to my top 50 countdowns of the games in my collection. This is number 7, Star Wars Rebellion. I'm almost afraid to do a review or tell you about this one because I'm not going to do it justice. Um, and that's because it's been a while since I've played it. That's because it is a two-player only game. They say you can play 4 players, but with you split a side, but it's really a two-player game. One person's playing the Empire, one person's playing the Rebel Alliance, and this is the original trilogy of Star Wars in a box. You play as the Rebels. You will control Luke and Han and Leia and Chewie and Lando and all the generals that most people don't know the names for. Um, and the Rebel Alliance. The goal is to incite enough unrest throughout the galactic core that the rebellion starts for earnest, and the Empire is overthrown. Um, as the Empire, your goal is to find the rebel base and wipe out all of the forces that happen to be there. So it's a game of cat and mouse. It is a long game. It takes uh, probably a good 3 hours once you know what's going on. Probably 5, maybe 6 your first playthrough, um, as you're learning the rules. This game has miniatures for the Death Star. You could actually have 2 Death Stars out, so it doesn't follow the exact path of the movies. So, because there are over 100 cards in the game that have events, and you could, as the Imperial, you could capture a rebel hero and freeze him in carbonite. Only it may not be Han, it may be Chewie or Leia, and then you could go rescue him with Lando or one of the other characters. So it's when you and the Death Star could blow up the Wookiee homeworld or Naboo from the first movie. So there's, like I said, there's a lot going on. It uses it's a war game, so you're rolling dice, and there's the Fantasy Flight is the company that makes this game, and they love their custom dice that have different abstract symbols on them, and then you consult a chart with where one symbol would hit with one type of unit, it may not hit with another, and that's the way they figure out the percentages and show which units are tougher than others. Yeah, the component quality is second to none. I don't know if I'm going to paint this game up because it doesn't hit the table enough. And that's because it's a two-player game, and usually when I have game nights, there's more than 2 people. There's more than 2 people come over. So I'm hoping my son will enjoy this once he gets a little older. He's 10. I'd say this is difficulty 4 out of 5. Age probably 12 and up. And yeah, it has. I've talked about replacing the classics that are on the standards that are in most people's shelves. This replaces Battleship because it has that almost that same kind of feel because you're trying to find the enemy and wipe them out. Only there's a lot more flavor to this one. It'll take a little longer, but it's definitely worth it. So yeah, this is number 7, Star Wars Rebellion. Stay tuned for number 6 for the kids.